So I know, unfortunately, in this world, there's actually going to be some people who are going to be relatively happy about this news. It's just literally how it is. There are people who love to prey on other people's downfalls, and there is people, again, who specifically love to, kind of prey on the Ball brothers' downfall. And as someone who is a huge LaMelo Ball fan, like, I even met the guy in Australia. He played in the Australian Basketball League and represented our country very, very well, and even donated to the bushfire relief when we were having that and all that type of stuff. I'm just a huge fan of LaMelo Ball, and with my love of, being a fan of LaMelo, there's also grown to be a pretty big, I think, fandom there of Lonzo Ball as well. And unfortunately, I do have some pretty bad news to actually talk about right now, with it currently being confirmed pretty much that Lonzo Ball is probably not going to see any games really this season. From what it is looking like, there is just so many injuries that he just can't seem to get right. I believe it's a knee issue that he's kind of been struggling with for the most amount of parts, something that they just can't fix. I remember in the off season it was being said that this guy literally can't run right now, and I honestly feel so bad for him because I know how it is. I injured myself really badly 3 months ago, where I hurt my feet really bad, and I missed pretty much nearly a whole month off work, 3 months off gym, put on a ton of weight, mentally was so, had a lot of issues. And again, to this day, right now at the time making this video, I am still not able to run like Lonzo Ball right now. It doesn't look, I'm not sure if he's up and running yet, but I remember before the season started, it said he wasn't able to. But again, I've gotten my feet somehow right and all this stuff. Well, this is, again, it's still not really fixed right now. And I do have some issues. Again, as I said, I still can't run. But I know how this guy is feeling right now. It is absolutely mentally draining. And the reality is, it is not getting better for him right now, with it being confirmed by Woj himself that Lonzo Ball is reportedly not guaranteed to be a Chicago Bull next season. It does look like they will be potentially trading him, or at this rate, maybe even waiving him if this guy can't play the whole entire season. And of course, next season is ruled out as well. Then there's not going to be many teams who take on his contract. Literally might be one of those cases where he is just flat out waived. It is honestly just such a terrible thing, considering as well that he also is perfect for this, Chicago Bulls team. Like, they desperately need his defense and playmaking. The two big things that they lack right now are, they are, I think, one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and they are one of the worst playmaking teams in the league. I believe at one stage, I think their leading playmaker was like Alex Caruso or something, on 4 assists per game. They have been clinically terrible this season. Again, at the time making this video, I believe it is DeMar now with 4.7 assists per game, which is just not high. There is so many issues with this team. They've still got DeMar playing at an elite level, but Zach LaVine's fallen off. Vucevic just hasn't been that guy. Dosunmu hasn't really risen up as much as they wanted to. And then Patrick Williams as well has not really been the guy they've necessarily wanted either. Not just that, this team is just no playmaking, and its defense relatively just, it's one of the worst flat out in the NBA. So again, if they were to add a healthy Lonzo Ball, like an 81 overall Lonzo Ball back into this team who adds the defense and playmaking, this team wouldn't be an 11-18 team. It'd be something like a 15-15 type of team, I would assume. It'd probably have some type of even record going on right now. And yeah, it is just a little bit disappointing for them. And I just wonder if they can't get Lonzo right. Look, you can say, we will go and bring in a defensive point guard in the offseason. I know a lot of people don't like this player, but Ben Simmons would low-key be perfect for this team if he could just come in and play good defense. But I just wonder if they say, look, Lonzo Ball is not coming back, Zach LaVine's playing a lot worse, and there was a lot of reports that Zach LaVine wanted to go in the offseason and wanted to go to the Spurs to play with Murray. But we know the Spurs ended up blowing it up and pulled out from offering him a contract. I wonder if they just say, we might have to blow this thing up. We'll trade away DeMar while he's at his best. Right now, you can trade away LaVine maybe. Of course, trade away Lonzo. And then maybe what they can do is try and build up players like Vucevic's, I think, kind of, what they are right now. He's not playing very good. So maybe build up his tradability would be a good thing for the Chicago Bulls team. And maybe go on a tank because, yeah, right now, it is not looking good for them at all. And I don't think DeMar DeRozan is really going to play better basketball than he is right now. And I don't think he's going to necessarily, get his trade value up any higher than what it is right now. It's probably the highest it's going to be for quite some time. And if there's a team like, Portland out there who are looking to add another guy, another option, you could legitimately go up to Portland and probably ask for Josh Hart, Shaedon Sharpe, and a protected pick. And honestly, Portland might even accept that. Again, imagine that Portland team having Lillard, Simons, Grant, Nurkic, and DeRozan. That would be a really good team. And again, Chicago could get that Josh Hart, a really nice defender, to come help the defense in this team. Shaedon Sharpe, a really young player who could be one of the best shot creators in the NBA one day, maybe. And a protected first-round pick as well. See, something like that would be an interesting trade that I could maybe see happening. But yeah, Lonzo Ball, I think they're going to trade him, obviously, maybe in the offseason. I honestly think the Bulls might hit the reset button on this team. I really do think this is a big possibility in the offseason. I think not enough people are talking about that Zach LaVine rumor. I mean, in the offseason, it was looking like Zach LaVine didn't want to re-sign. There was a big rumor. Like, I even made a video on it, and a lot of people were thinking it was actually going to be true, where he was going to go play with DeJounte Murray in San Antonio. But the Spurs, flipped the switch and said, we can get 3 first-round picks out of Murray right now, plus tank for Victor Wembanyama. Why not go for it? And I think that's why the Spurs never did that. Zach LaVine ended up signing a couple of days later with the Chicago Bulls, because I don't think there was going to be bigger money anywhere else. So that just made a lot of sense. Again, it is kind of a bit of a theory of mine that they will blow it up, but I think I did say this about the Jazz, I believe, last year, that they were going to blow it up, and as time went on, I ended up being right. I know some people are theorizing who are going to be the next teams to blow it up. Some people are saying the Raptors. It's just not in the Raptors' DNA to really blow it up, so I don't see them doing it. But the Bulls, they've got a lot of good tradable assets that a lot of teams might potentially like, and even a team like Charlotte, who's really bad right now, maybe they go into next season saying, look, we got to get LaMelo Ball some help. Maybe they even look at, Vucevic or even DeRozan. Both of those players could actually add good service to LaMelo Ball. So, yeah, if you do that, if Chicago do that, you make another Eastern Conference team better for you to be able to tank more. I know Chicago fans really wanted to see them do well, and it looked like something was really building, but it does look like it's time for another reset, which does suck to see. But let's be honest here right now. If you reset and do well from this, let's just say you do that Portland trade that I suggested earlier, and maybe you trade LaVine to a team out there that's looking for that, that wing type of player, bring in some more assets, the Chicago Bulls team could maybe pull a Utah Jazz and actually be a really, really good, a team that's going to rebuild on the run, which is something that people didn't think Utah were going to do. But hey, they brought in Larry Markkinen, and they actually look pretty decent now. So maybe that's something Chicago do. I just feel really bad for Lonzo Ball, and it does suck that they, of course, look like they're going to be trading him. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA content and NBA news. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys think the Chicago Bulls should, of course, trade Lonzo Ball, or do you guys think they shouldn't? Definitely let me know. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlogging channel. All of them will be getting linked down below. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.